Hello guys, today I want to teach you how to solve this a little bit crazy, challenging question with using recursive skill. So some of you may already face with this the crazy recursive question. Like this is the one of them. Yeah. This is the type of counting question. Just count the coins in a given list. Just like on the right side, you can see that there's three examples. And it's the list and so how many how many possible solutions you can get. You can get this 15 in a given list. So I can show you the feature here. So like if you use the 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 15 ones, that equals to 15, right? And the second case, in the second situation, 5 plus the 5 plus the 5, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 5 plus 5, they equals to 15, right? And they still have other possible results. You still can get the 15, but we don't know how to count by the hand, right? By hand, and you have to use the recursive method to solve this crazy situation. And okay, so I can show you how to figure out this type of situation. So in the very first moment, if you are novice, don't try to figure out how to set up the base case. Yeah, because the base case is a little bit hard to set up if you are novice, and because you have no enough experience with handling the recursive question. First of all, you have to find out the pattern. Yeah. So you can see in each element, you might need to reuse the elements again, right? So that means we can use the include variable. It's the variable, new variable, include coins, count the coins. So what means that if we count the first element, so change. So that means we have to use the change minus the first element. So index is 0, right? That's the first case we have to consider. And the second one, is that if we skip that element and consider the next element, so just like if we don't consider the 1 and we can consider the 5, because this in the second case, there are only 3 5s, right? So you can use the exclude label. That's the counts, the coins, the change remain the same. You don't need to change the change variable, and the list is start from the 1. Index is the 1. Because the second argument is the list. You have to pass the same type, the list, and it's the list. Just and you are trying to skip the current element, right? How about in the first case? Do we have to skip the first element? No, no. don't, because why? Because we are trying, we can reuse that element again. Like we can reuse the zero index element in the next loop, in the next recursive loop. So maybe many of you will think we should add the we should start at the one index is one. It's not a good idea because it is wrong. You have to consider that element again because we can reuse that element. Okay. Just copy, just pass the whole list into the next recursive loop. Okay, and then in the end is that return the include case plus the exclude case. Why you have to use the plus sign? Because you are adding all possible solution. Right. It's the first solution. It's the second solution. It's the third solution. The fourth solution. Fifth solution. Sixth solution. You have to add all of them. Actually, it's all the one. Or one. And you are adding all the ones, and it gives the six. So you see, the correct answer is 6 here, right? So you have to add both cases, not getting the maximum minimum for other stuff. Okay, that's near that is we already finished the 70% of this question. Okay, the last one, the remaining one is the base case. And now we can figure out the base case. When we should end up the base. When we should end up the loop, right? The recursive loop. If the change, if we get the change that equals to ACG, equals to the 0, that's a good result, right? It's a good result. So return 1. So that's the 1. That's great. Because the change is 0. And but if the change is unfortunately getting the negative value, that's really bad, right? So return 0. Don't look, don't go down. Okay, don't let the Python to code to execute this stuff because you get the infinite loop at the end. So return. We have to stop. Return the what? Wait, let's see. Return the what? The no, the none, no. The empty list, no. We are adding the values. We are adding the numbers. If you use the empty list, if we are using the none, it gives the error message because the numbers cannot be added with the empty list or the none type. If you are familiar with the Python interpreters, actually we should return 0. So 0. Okay. So that's the all. So actually this is not really difficult to solve if you understand the pattern, if you understand the skill here. This skill is really useful. It's useful. You can handle a lot of crazy situation like the counting problems with using this skill. And you will find that this one might be different from the basic recursive question, like the Fibonacci one, but it's just a updated, just like an updated recursive. recursive skills. So that's the end of this lesson. If you have any ideas, welcome to comment it below the video. See you.